And I just want to formally introduce our wonderful Alexander Richards from the Minneapolis Lakes office. Did get a new photo. It is amazing. I love it.
Just for Mexico.
Okay. So you are a 5th generation agent.
Yes.
5 generations. Your mom is here in the audience. And
we use it as our tagline.
Yeah.
Yep. That's how we do
You
it.
studied in Spain. You're fluent in Spanish. Background in marketing and advertising on the East Coast, West Coast.
Yep.
You are licensed now in Baja.
Yes.
And here, obviously.
Yep. It'll go into effect
Going back and forth.
January 1st. It goes into effect.
Okay.
So, yep.
Exciting.
Yep.
And you have partnered with a developer there that you're going to share a little bit more with us about. So
yes.
I will let you take it away.
Okay. Sounds good. And are you going to click me away too?
I may be.
Okay.
We'll see.
Joe's got. Oh, the mic. I think the mic is just for our cameras and that too. Yeah. Thanks, Joe. So I just want to talk about, this is kind of a great picture grab of what luxury in Baja California Sur, or southern Baja California is. It's the sea, it's the sand, it's the desert, it's the scaping views of the mountains. And this is kind of how a lot of the properties that I'm going to be helping sell down there look. So if this looks like your vibe, then this could be for you. Next slide. So this is one of my favorite quotes from the director of travel and tourism down in southern Baja. It is, "We prioritize quality over quantity." He stepped in kind of right before the pandemic and made this his priority. They're not catering to the cruise ship goers and the sandals vacationers. Their priority is to find and market to the luxury sector. So it kind of goes perfect with this panel here today, because that is who their market is. They are like, you probably have heard in Cabo, like it used to be all kind of Hollywood elites, all the high net worth individuals back in the 80s and the 90s. Over the past 2 decades, people from across the US and Canada have been pumping money and investing into Cabo. And the numbers show it. Back in 2000, there was 100,000 kind of residents in the Cabo San Lucas area. Today, there's about 400,000, and that number is set to jump another up to 750,000 by 2040. So if you look at that growth over, let's say, projected 40 years, that's almost 200% every decade. You look at cities around the world, not a lot are doing that. And you're wondering why? This is why. Mexico has kind of started to protect Cabo and seeing that this is that jewel, this is kind of our big revenue driver. For instance, a vacationer will spend 3 times the amount they spend in Cabo than they would in Cancun. So they're protecting their dollars, they're catering to this market. This is our client, so luxury is our client down there. So this is kind of a fun little map for everybody, kind of like a little video game, right? So if you kind of think of Hawaii or Cabo as like Big Island in Hawaii, it's got all these different feels, all these different ecosystems, these microclimates, these vibes to them. So let's start with La Paz in the north. La Paz is the old historic capital of Baja California Sur. It's been around forever. You go to the downtown, it's where the stately government buildings are. It's got that historic Mexico feel to it. Down to the south, on the east side, you have the Eastcape, which is all new, modern, luxury, boutique, eco, off-grid, serene nature landscape. So last time I was down there, Lance Armstrong was at one of these houses. You know, the Kardashians go here. This will be developed in probably the next 20 years. You have to have a lot of money to get into this market. To break in and build something, probably $3 to $5 million. Then we'll go just to the south, which is the old colonial Spanish kind of vibe. A lot of Michelin nods are getting, restaurateurs are coming to San Jose del Cabo. And so when I was down there last, I think I saw about 4 or 5 different nods to the Michelin. It's kind of the art capital and the foodie hub. And then everybody knows Cabo San Lucas. It's got the famous marina. It's kind of built like more of an American-style city, modern, and also extremely luxurious as well. Pedregal in Cabo San Lucas, you're probably looking starting around $8 million to $10 million for a nice house overlooking the bay there. And then, last but certainly not least, the Pacific side, which is where I am going to be based, which consists of Todos Santos, Los Cerritos, and Pescadero. It's kind of wellness, laid-back, surfer, open-air living. Luxury starts at about $700,000 there. And this just shows you a little bit of a blip into the connectivity of how connected Cabo is. There's 2 major airports, La Paz in the north, Los Cabos in the south, 43 flights that connect the U.S. and Canada to Los Cabos. And they just started going to, I believe it's Frankfurt, a couple years ago. So here's just a little bit of take. So like I said, the Pacific, wellness, open air, surfing, San Jose del Cabo. This is the very famous residence, Palmilla. A lot of Google, Apple execs have houses in there. A lot of tech money. And then Cabo San Lucas, this is the kind of picturesque marina. And then the East Cape, like I said, boutique luxury. And then this is just a video that we created kind of about the area. It's pretty informative, so I'll let Joe run it. Oop. If it runs. No? There you go. Subtitles. So I just want to dive into kind of the meat of that video there real quick, just to show you guys, because we all have snowbird clients that are here, right? That are buying in Arizona, Florida, Texas sometimes. This just shows the consistency and the step for step that Cabo has had with these markets throughout the past 15 years. And then I'm going to go into a little bit about why it is kind of, in the pre-construction in the U.S., it's obviously going to be a little bit more expensive than to build your dream home down in Cabo. So you can get your dream life of luxury down in Cabo down for the same, if not less, for the cost of building, and you're going to see that same appreciation. So you can tell your clients that it's, you're both getting appreciation and you're going to get more amenities because your dollar goes further down in Mexico. And that's what I would tell your clients again. If the two number one things that vacation home buyers should be keeping an eye out for in longevity of their purchase is the amenities. Get the amenities that everybody wants in that area, whether it's a private pool, whether it's a shared pool in a community, sauna, steam room, whatever it may be, and buy into a neighborhood that has steady appreciation. So work with your local realtor and you can find those out pretty quickly. This isn't always technically true. Vacation markets aren't always buyers markets, but when you're a buyer and you're buying in a vacation market, you want to be really excited about going down to that house that you bought, that you've spent 20, 30, 40 years saving up for. You want it to hit all your notes that you want. You want to love it. So, shop around, be picky. And that's what a lot of the clients down there, they do. The luxurious clients, they're very particular. They want it a certain way. And our market is equipped to give it to them that way. And like I said, if the desert, the sea, the sun isn't for you, if you like the tropical and humidness, I'd send you over to Tom and Hannah over across the bay in Puerto Vallarta. Buy the lifestyle over everything, because you're going to be living there if you want to retire there, if you want to spend holidays there with your kids. Buy the lifestyle over everything. This is a note that I got from a guy down there for vacation markets, for realtors, for people in the room here. The 4 C's are what you want to focus on. So your CRM, a lot of us focus on kind of a smaller SOI here and just kind of market to those individuals. With vacation markets, you want to be as wide as you can because you don't know where it's going to come from. And that could be in Canada, in the US, in Europe, wherever that is. You got to be a content machine. So even if you don't like getting in front of the camera, you got to go out there and do it because people are going to rely on you for information. They're going to be your go-to. They want to read about what's happening in the neighborhoods in the location that you're selling in. Collaboration. Same thing kind of like we do here, collaborate with local vendors, local retailers, that sort of thing. And characterization, this is just know your market and kind of be the character for that market. So be the embodiment of where you are selling. Another bonus that's not on here, you all have access to Latin American listings. So in Mexico, you probably didn't know this, but on the tab in North Star MLS, it's on the far right, it's called Omni MLS. It's got a lot of great listings on there. I've listened to the guy talk who built it. It's about bridging the gap between the U.S. and Canadian markets into Latin America. So there are live listings on there right now, and you can go look at property.
Can I just add that you can also look at global properties on the Global Luxury website. So just move the map to wherever you want to go, and you'll see the Coldwell listings, which is so cool.
It's like Google Earth for real estate.
Yeah.
So now I want to start a little bit, before I pass the mic here, on where I'm going to be selling. This is the Pacific side. It's boutique, modern, open air. Like I said, luxury starts at about $700,000. These are some of the landscapes, the houses that you get there. So you can see it's very modern, it's very open air, a lot of light, kind of modular, if you will. And not a lot of people around. So it'll probably be developed in the next 5 to 10 years, I'd say. I'll share a stat just over this hill over here. Development called The Cove went up 4 years ago. They were selling for about $350,000. Now today, 4 years later, they're selling for $950,000. So 300% appreciation in 4 years. It's kind of crazy. And then I will jump to the next slide here, Joe. Would be great. This is my business partner and I's project, who you saw in that video at the end. He has built concrete, prefabricated buildings, homes, warehouses for the last 45 years in the greater Mexico, out of south of Mexico City. we are partnering together and kind of launching our first boutique compound. It's called Shkana, which means orca in an indigenous Pacific Northwest language. It's going to be 5 villas, all ranging from 650 to 900,000, anywhere from 2 to 4 bedrooms, 2 levels, as you can see, picturesque private pools, kind of like those photos I just showed you. We can build 70% faster than our competitors because of the prefabricated concrete slabs and walls that we build with. This is kind of our buyer, I'll call them barefoot luxury people. The last note on this is that these are going to be almost fully autonomous. If we had gardens, they would be, but we're going to have a biodigestion and wetland system for the sewer and water, solar panel for energy, and just grab your groceries and come. And that's what our boutique buyers down there are demanding, is sustainability and as close to net zero as they can after these are put in the ground. And with that, I think that's it. Joe, if you want to give me one more. Yep, there's the 2 of us. Like I said, we got our pictures from Mexico. So, and I'll pass this over to Adriana.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alexander.
Yeah.